Hi guys, welcome to Cumbrian Lad Outdoors and welcome to today's video. Now once again this weekend, unfortunately I've had to work. I've had to do quite a few recently. So I've literally finished work, come home, had a shower, packed my bags and I've headed out. And today we're heading up Catbells to Wildcamp the night. So we just parked the opposite side of Derwent Water to where I usually go. So the opposite side to Wallacrag. And don't know whether you can quite see through the trees. We can just and so see Derwent Water. And if I just spin you round, this path here will take you along to Grange. I'll spin you round once again. We're going to be taking this path here up to Catbells. Now it is mizzling with rain a little bit at the moment, so it is supposed to stop and we're supposed to get a dry night, but we'll just have to see. So I'm going to crack on and I'll see you soon. So yeah, this first section is steep and covered in scree, and very quickly we've got to a little scrambly bit, but it's not too bad at all. So very quickly the views have opened up over Derwent Water, and you can see just across there is Wallacrag, where I recently did a wild camp. We've got beautiful views across the island on Derwent Water. So after that first little bit of a scrambly bit, the path opens up really well, clearly marked and nicely stoned, so for the time being it's fairly easy going. So we're gaining elevation quickly with every step now. As you can see, Bass Lake is just popping into view. It is still spitting, mizzling as we call it up in Cumbria. The clouds are beautiful and the sun is just poking into view. So yeah, Bass Lake's a little bit more into view now. You see right down the valley. And we're just coming up to our next scramble, so we've got a footpath that leads us up to a small rock face. There shouldn't be too much bother getting up that. The fella there in the red's doing it barefoot, so he must be doing the barefoot challenge, same as Hazy. So all credit to you, lad, whoever you are. So yeah, that little bit there was quite a scramble. A bit tougher than I thought it was going to be with a rucksack on and carrying my gimbal. But yeah, as you can see, the views are opening up nicely now. We are starting to get some views over the other side to the other valley, and as you can see, the mountains are looking like they've been spray painted orange. That's really pretty, that. So yeah, we have reached our first proper little bit of a plateau, and as you can see, we've got at least one peak in the way before we hit the summit of Catbells. So yeah, just looking back towards the village of Braithwaite, centre in the screen there. That's the walk that I did going up that ridge there and to the top. Centre of screen now is Grisdale Pike, and that other little path you can see, that's the one that takes you up to the old mine. But I just can't get over how pretty that mountain is looking orange. It looks almost rusty. I don't know whether the camera's going to pick it up same, but it really is quite stunning. And yeah, we're nearly at the top of that first little summit. So that's us at the top of that first little peak. Honister Pass, heading over towards Buttermere in the centre of shot there, and we'll just give you a 360. Beautiful panorama, absolutely stunning. And that is our destination for this evening. So we have reached the foot of the final climb before we get to Catbells. It is spitting on and off still, but as you can see, it is looking a bit grey up there. It is fairly steep and looks a bit scrambly, but I'll do my best to get you some footage on the way up. So yeah, the views really are opening up massively now. We're starting to get into the cloud. As you can see, we've got some wispy clouds below us. Looking back over Keswick, clouds hugging the mountains massively. Bass Lake still in view, but you can't see the back end. Absolutely stunning. And we've just got this last little bit of a rocky bit to climb. I hope. I'm hoping the trig point's just above there. Catbells done, boshed. The mist is setting in a wee bit now. If I spin you around, you can see it is pretty much blocking the whole valley. Looking back over where we've come, up towards Bass Lake. Yeah, pretty much all around us now is low-lying cloud and mizzling rain. Unfortunately for this section of the video, the footage was unusable. I can't have had the microphone plugged in properly, so nothing to do with noise. So at this point, I was just bigging up my main man Chris from the Higher Life, Trig Point IPA, son. You know what to do. So yeah, I'm massively grateful for everybody that's bought me a coffee. As you can see, I've got the Rode Wireless Go 2 now, and the money that's been coming in has gone to help me buy this. So it humbles me every time somebody buys me a coffee, and it really helps me out to progress the channel and make better videos and content for you guys. So if anyone's new to the channel and you're liking it, I'll put a link to my buy me a coffee in the description, and all the monies will go back into the channel 100% and help me progress and buy other equipment like this. So yeah, thanks once again. It's really appreciated, and yeah, just a massive thank you. And I'm looking forward to getting more gear and stuff to review coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, with the weather starting to close in a little bit, at this point in the video, I'm just heading over to the other side of Catbells just to have a wee look and see if I can find myself a decent pitch for the night. It's looking like I'm going to be pitching up a bit close to the path for my liking, but by the time I'm set up, it's going to be pretty late. So yeah, let's head over the top of the hill here and go and see if I can find myself a pitch for the evening. So just looking back towards the top of Catbells there, as you can see, the weather is closing in. It's very misty, and it is starting to rain a little bit harder now. So definitely time to find myself a pitch. And just looking over there, you can see just how low the clouds are. Not much visibility at the moment. But I have seen a couple of nice wee spots just the other side where I should be able to get myself a decent pitch for the night. So we'll just spin you around. Yeah, as you can see, just and so see doing water through the mist there, and we just pop over to this ledge here, and we'll look just down to the right, ever so slightly to the right of the path. You'll be able to see a good couple of areas where I think I'll be able to pitch the tent. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head over there now and scope it out and get myself set up and think about getting some food on. So yeah, the mist is starting to clear a little bit now. It's not raining so much. So we can just and so see Castle Crag poking around the corner of the fell in front of me there. We're starting to get the views opening up across the valley. And we've got some beautiful clouds just hugging the mountains on the opposite side of Derwent Water there, just by Walla Crag. So there we are. Like I say, a little bit close to the path for my liking, but we are starting to lose the light and I'm going to be away early in the morning, so it shouldn't cause too much of a problem. So as you can see, once again, I'm in the Fox 2, one of my favourite little tents. I've got the me Edu sleeping mat, and I'm in the OEX Leviathan EV900. We've got some muesli for breakfast, and we've also got the Orzo vegan fire pot, some midget gems, some chocky bars. You can see I've got my OEX solar cook set, windbreak, some water, just the usual stuff. I've got some beers in the bag, obviously. You guys know me well by now. So yeah, Leviathan's in the bag there, spare change of clothes. I've got my down jacket and a fleece there. You can see me Edu sleeping mat. First time using this, so I'm really looking forward to giving that a go. I'm really looking forward to trying it, as it's got the built-in pillow, and I've also got my cheap normal pillow with me as well, so it should provide a comfortable night's sleep, I'm hoping. And I've also got myself a little pump, the Flextail Gear Pump Mini, which was kindly sent to me by the Outdoor Gear Essentials. So I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested in that, but I'm really looking forward to having my first go with this tonight. It's supposed to be an absolute game changer, and as you can see, it's really tiny. So yeah, looking forward to having my first go with that tonight. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and start getting myself ready for having some food. So just looking over the other side of the valley, we can just and so see Bass Lake, and we've got some pretty heavy clouds rolling in over the tops of the mountains. Not quite as picturesque this side of the valley, but I'm loving the colours on the mountains there. Absolutely stunning, that. Right, well that's me in my tent. I've had my food. As always, the vegan Orzo bolognese was lovely. Sat and had a beer watching the clouds go by. Absolutely fantastic up here. So yeah, the clouds come in now, can't really see anything. The rain's coming on and off. So yeah, I've just jumped in my tent and that's kind of it for the night. Getting to that time of year where you're spending more time in your tent than you are outside. So yeah, it would have been nice to have had some company up here, but good to be having a solo as well, just to clear the mind. So yeah. So I mentioned earlier that the Outdoor Gear Essentials sent me the Flextail little pump, and yeah, that's what it is. So obviously I'm in my tent now. I've got my head torch lighting us up, so what I'll do is I'll spin you around and just give you a little bit of a closer look at it, because to be honest, I'm fairly impressed with it. Like I said, there's going to be a full review video of this coming up at some point in the near future, but I'll give you a quick look at it now. So yeah, that's the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump from Outdoor Gear Essentials, and as you can see, it's tiny. It fits in my hand, and it blew my mat up tonight, no problem whatsoever. So obviously that's where the air comes out of, and that's where it sucks the air. So not only can it blow up your sleeping mat, it can bring it down as well, so it takes up less space in your pack. And not only does it do that, but it's also a light. So if I press and hold there, there's one setting, 2 settings, as you can see that's quite bright, and a 3rd setting which is even brighter, so you can hang it up in your tent, use it as a light. Oh sorry, there's the 3rd setting. Wow, that is bright. So as you can see, it lights up the inside of the tent, no problem. Even if I take my head torch away there, the head torch is pointing in completely the opposite direction. So yeah, the only issue I've got with it so far is I'm finding it quite difficult to get it to start without the light coming on. So sod's law, it'll work first time, but I'm trying to press. Oh, see, light comes on, 3 settings. There we go. You can see there. It's blown quite hard, that. Knock it off. And what I've actually found is, when I got up here I had quite a sweat on, so after I'd blown my sleeping mat up, I used it to cool myself down, which was quite good. And as you can see, USB rechargeable. So yeah, looking forward to using this. It's quite handy, to be fair. And like I said, there'll be a full review video of that coming soon. Hi guys, so yeah, I'm just sitting chilling in the tent. As you can hear, the rain is coming down, so much for the dry night. So yeah, I'm just going to crack my last beer, which is from Brew York Brewing Company, and it is a rhubarb Streisand. So yeah, rhubarb milkshake pale 5.5 should be a good one. So let's get it cracked open. Cheers everyone. Oh, that's very nice. Wow, that is good. Definitely have that again. So yeah, time's getting on, so I'm going to finish this beer, and I think I'm going to get my head down for the night. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the morning. Cheers again.
Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare. Don't you know? Don't judge me. I just wish he knew. That's just like you. I miss you as I need you.
Well, good morning everyone. It's nearly 5 o'clock in the morning. Slept like an absolute bairn. Yeah, I did wake up a couple of times. A little bit of wind and what have you, but yeah, other than that, fantastic night's sleep. Really liking the EduE sleeping mat. I wouldn't say it's quite as comfortable as my climate insulated static V, and definitely not as comfortable as a Trekology. But what I do really like is the pillow, built-in pillow at the top end. That's really comfortable, and especially as you can see, I've got my little red cheap pillow with us as well, so that made it even more comfortable. So really pleased with that. And I'm also really pleased with the flex tail gear pump as well. That did a really good job. So yeah, I'll give it a go this morning, taking the air out of the mat, and then like I said, there'll be a review video of that coming. So yeah, all good. So I'm about to get myself started tearing down, and get myself away home. Right guys, so as usual we'll just do a little walk around check before we go. So that's my rucksack all packed up with my rubbish bag tied onto the side of it, and I was pitched just up here. You can actually see where my tent was there, and once again, as it should be, I've definitely left no trace. So it's time to head home after another wild camping adventure. I really enjoyed this one, and I am looking forward to the longer nights and the colder nights as well. Looking forward to getting my hot tent out and getting some winter hammocking done. So yeah, once again, until next time, stay safe, much love.